What it is, y'all, it's your old Uncle Touchy, and I'm coming back to you today with more Konosuba. Now, today we actually, well, a couple days ago, we got a new battle arena. We have not talked about it yet. So, let's go ahead and take a quick gander at this. Now, we do have dungeons are actually available only for another basically 48 hours. It says one day, it's like a day in like 23 hours or something. You have about 48 hours left on this. Make sure you take advantage of this, guys. We talked about it the other day. I haven't yet covered Advanced Dungeons. I will cover that in the morning because I haven't finished all my crafting for it yet, if I'm completely frank. If you guys didn't know, I was at MomoCon over the weekend, and it really limited my ability to do what I needed to do. So we'll come back in the AM and we will talk about that. But for now, let's talk about this new battle arena. Because as you can kind of expect here, beware, let me go ahead and read this out loud here. Beware of earth physical attacks. Enemies are relatively weak to poison, haze, bind, and physical attacks. They are weak to physical attacks. Now, here's the interesting thing about this. If I go in here to advanced, I'm going to do a training session. Okay, about 2,300 with this team, but you notice what's funky about the team. Duly note that we are still using Wiz and Megamine, even though, number one, they're not wind, number two, they're not physical. There's a really good reason for this. Mainly, and honestly and truly mainly, because, number one, Wiz heals herself. That's really just the ground, just the gist of it. Wiz heals herself, she's really good. Megamine does one really solid, amazing hit, and then gets out of our way. And I am still using Megamine's skill 1 on this one, because she's not a wind attacker, because she's not really getting a huge amount out of it. I kind of find that delaying her essay, which both of these do, isn't really as effective here, at least in my experience. Now, this one might be more effective when I do get it leveled all the way up, but I haven't done that yet, and I don't think we have enough items to do it with. So when I do finally get this leveled completely up, there's actually a good possibility that this could be the one. But for now, it's because it slows down the super gauge and it takes forever to basically activate, it's really not worthwhile. I'd just rather have her do that attack, get in, get out of the way. It's just kind of a no-brainer, I hate to say, but it really is. Now, once again, after I level that one up, because it is single target, because it hits a little harder, there's a possibility it might be worthwhile, but I don't think during this event we're going to have enough items to get that leveled up. It's just brand new SA stuff. There's no way of getting that maxed here in the next, 4 days, honestly, just frankly. But because we are using Wiz, who does self-heal, because we're using Megamine, the rest of the team has to be wind units. Now, I put Rin up front, okay? And I hilariously actually went back and checked this, and a lot of people are doing the same thing that I'm doing here. Okay, I put Rin up front, show 194% wind magic damage to all enemies and significant boost to magic attack for all allies. So she'll boost magic attack and moderate boost to agility. Now, here's the deal. Even though she does boost magic attack, I haven't tried, honestly, putting... I've got eyes, obviously, there, and eyes is just killer. I haven't tried putting, what's her face? Oh, good grief. The new darkness there. And I wonder if that would be worthwhile. Only because, number one, when she gets her SAF, she's going to attract all the attacks. So she'll diminish the amount of damage that Wiz is taking, even though Wiz does self-heal. I don't know how functional that's going to be. The nice part with Rin is, I believe, unless I'm mistaken, I believe one of her skills actually does do... I'm sorry, I take that back. It does magic defense down. So, moderate reduction of their magic defense. See? And then this one does... I have to remember myself what this one does. Wind magic damage to all enemies and reduction of the enemy's physical attack. So because it does reduce physical attack and all that, she is a good unit there. But I'm going to throw darkness on here just to see what happens. Now, we already know that I got about 2.39, almost 2.4 mil out of this team, but that's barely got me in the top 6,000. And I actually did look, in the top 5,000 is like 2.9 mil, so I need more, right? So I'm going to throw darkness here in the front, and I'm going to let darkness kind of do her thing for a number of reasons. Predominantly, honestly, predominantly, is just because Darkness will tank and will do all, everything she needs to do. I'm also going to keep her third essay on here because it will allow her to do damage after the fact. Now, she's not going to do as much damage. It's not leveled up, but let's just kind of see what happens. And bearing in mind that with a good run, not a perfect run, but with a good run, we got 2.34, basically 2.4 mil. So that is going to be our litmus test. Now, I do obviously want Megumin to get the killing blow, and she did not. Wiz took most of the damage, which basically means I probably need to put Darkness in slot 1. Okay? Megumin getting the killing blow would be preferable. Okay. But actually, you know what? This is good, because this means Wiz is not going to be taking damage like she was. And Darkness will be taking the damage. So this is good. This is good. And Megumin's going to go in here with her SA. So immediately, we drop their magic defense, and Megumin comes in with the killing blow. Now, Wiz is the only person doing magic at this point. Now we've got all physical and all wind physical. So I wonder if this is going to be worthwhile. Especially considering Eyes hits like just a beast. Eyes is just such an amazing attacker. Probably, like, if not the best of the game, pretty darn close. Like, she hits hard. So already at 136 damage. Darkness needs a healer. Oof. So that's the downside. That's the true, honest-to-goodness downside here. But, honestly, this might actually work out in our favor. This may work out only because it doesn't really matter. But actually, you know what? I can already tell by the amount of damage. No, it was not. Well, maybe. Because remember, this is 1.8. I'm going to replay this one more time. It took forever for us to get through the first session. So I'm going to manual run. I'm going to slow this down to manual run the first session. And just see if that makes any difference whatsoever. The honest answer is it might not actually. But, we won't know basically until we try. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to do that. Boom. And we'll beef that up. Okay. I'll skip with her and do that. I should not have done that attack, but I did. I needed to save her single target. So I actually might step out here for a moment. These units are a little more hardy here in the beginning. And that's one thing I have noticed. Boom. Boom. Alright. Boom. Boom. Okay. And of course, remember the base attack with Wiz does do some bolstering. So let's go ahead and do that. And that. And that. There we go. So now everybody's got an SA. So I'm going to go ahead and auto here on this one. And just see where we lie. Now this point, this is pretty much the best time to auto. So she's going to go ahead and attract everything. Megumin's going to hit. I would have preferred Wiz get her SA off before Megumin. And there is something to be said for maybe Megumin saving her SA for that last half of that attack. And we are now 30 seconds in here, and we're not seeing the kind of damage. Well, actually, maybe. Maybe. Okay. If Eyes will get her SA, and it actually might be one of those I just have to swap Eyes with Darkness. That actually might be what we wind up having to do. Perhaps. Let's see. 218. So yeah, I'd really want to be closer to like 300,000. Getting up here. So I'm gonna try one more thing. Now, to be fair, Rin where Darkness was is how we got the 2.4 mil. But that wasn't a bad run. I'm going to try one more thing, because I'm not sure if really having Darkness there is really doing what I want it to do. So I'm going to we're not going to run an actual run. I'm still just trying to figure out where my damage lies. Now, if you want to know what the top dogs are doing right now, there's just a whole slew of single target wind units that neither you nor I have honestly summoned on. And with right and reason, honestly. Just truly. There's no reason to have summoned on those banners aside from, maxing out every unit in the game and getting those top marks. And I personally just don't see it as a valuable use of resources. But let's go ahead here. We'll bolster that, and we'll bolster that. Boom. Base attack. Okay. Now, Megumin did not get the kill, and I kind of wish she did, but there actually might be a situation here. So let's go ahead and do that and do that. Boom. Nice. Nice. Okay, we'll do that. That's got a killing blow. And Megumin got a killing blow. So that's very nice. So Megumin should get bolstered pretty well. Now, obviously, like I said, I want Wiz to do her SA first. So let's go ahead and do this here. It won't make too much of a difference whether she's doing it or not. It's really, I'll skip that. I'll do Wiz. That's going to take down their magic defense. And then I'm just going to auto now at this point. Because remember, dropping the magic defense is what's going to allow Megumin to do a tiny bit more damage. So if we can... See, we're not quite 30 seconds in. We're doing a little better than we were last time. But I really have got to see where we're at. Okay. So now Darkness is going to be taking the brunt of everyone's damage. Or when they're not AoE attacks, she should be. Okay, go Eyes. The downside is we don't have a healer on the front line, so to speak. So if I lose Eyes, I'm losing my DPS. Yeah. So I just lost my DPS. And that could honestly just be RNG. But I'm already looking at the numbers going, nah. I think honestly having Rin on the front line was worthwhile. So I'm going to have to go back and revert my team to what I had before. Maybe even trying a couple different configurations. But we're not even breaking 2 mils. So really the 2.39, 2.4-ish out of having Rin on the front line really seems to be the magic number. So that is my build. Now, if you guys have a different build, you let me know in the comments section. I would absolutely love to crowdsource a really reliable team for everybody. But most of these units, everybody has. If you summon on Christmas Wiz when she was around, like I told you guys to, you're in good hands. Of course, this Megumin is a really, really good unit. There is a Wind Megumin, but this one just seems to be the hardiest. And, you know, they just kind of do their thing, man. It's really just, it is what it is. Now, the other thing that I think might be worthwhile is getting rid of, like, where I have Darkness in line, putting Darkness back and putting Aqua 1 forward so she heals. That could be another option. The only downside is I don't think Wiz is really going to, like, do much here because... You know, with her attracting all the single target attacks, I'm not really sure. So that actually might be a thing. We just probably need a little bit more healing on Eyes to keep her in the game longer. But we're actually now at 200k at 20 seconds. I don't know. If we can keep Eyes around, I think we'll be pretty good. Let's see here. Now, I know some of you guys are wondering, what if we put I forget which unit it is, but the unit that does SA bolstering on Eyes instead of Megumin? And the honest answer is because we want Megumin in, out, and on the way. So actually, that did pretty well, but it still was a little low in comparison. So there's probably a couple of configurations that will get you in this realm. But if you have the new units, like I told you guys to get them, you should be good to go. I'm going to keep messing with this and keep going. But really, the funny part to me was still using Megumin and Wiz like we always have, even though it says it's physical attack. Just kind of threw me for a loop. So let me know what you guys thought. Like, comment, share, throw your builds in the comments section, and I'll catch you all in the next one.